BBC Television presents...
Hancock.
Go on, clear off before I stuff a biscuit up your shorts. Well, I've sorted that lot out then.
What's that in your hair, Hancock?
Let me see. Huntley and Palmer's ginger nuts with no artificial colours or flavours. Sainsbury's, I think.
Why are those yobs doing it, for God's sake? What do they get out of it?
I'm afraid the mind of the yob is a closed book to me, Sid. First thing I know, some hooded youth is shouting, "Want a biscuit, fatty?" And I'm shouting broken biscuits. Why don't they throw them at you, for God's sake?
Maybe it's because I don't like biscuits. I think it's because they look at me and know I watch my weight, Hancock. They can't shout, "Want a biscuit, skinny?" It doesn't sound right, does it?
I am not fat. It's a gross caricature. Well, maybe I put on a bit of weight, but it's all these flaming biscuits. They play havoc with your figure.
Come on, Hancock. I've seen you with your hand in the cookie jar, but not your head. Have you contacted the old Bill or the village idiots at the council?
They don't want to know, Sid. They're too busy giving lectures on crime prevention to primary school kids and taking selfies with police dog puppies.
Yeah, that's why railway cuttings has gone downhill recently. It's gone to pot. Well, potholes. I think it's this Conservative council. They just don't know anymore. Potholes that Elon Musk could get lost in. And there's so much rubbish on the pavement that the bin men can't reach the flaming bins.
I know. It makes you want to weep, Sid. But you'd think the Conservatives would support me. I'm one of them, for God's sake. The party of law and order. Don't laugh. I spotted a councillor doing graffiti on the bridge over the main road the other day. It said, "Vote Conservative on the 9th or else. Sign Nuttles."
Nuttles? Are you sure?
I'll swear on me mother's grave it was Councillor Alf Wilkinson. I used to play darts with him. He cheats. He brings his own board. It's bigger. No, there can't be too many 20-stone ginger-bearded bikers in his team who wear a yellow vest and a kilt, can there?
I don't know. I think I saw a couple of them working on the bins last week.
Oh, how times have changed, Sid. Railway cuttings used to be a joy to behold, and now look at it. A row of artisan terraced cottages with manicured lawns and hanging baskets, all painted in pastel shades with tiles glistening red in the sun.
Before we moved in, you mean?
Well, yes, of course, but there were still traces of its fading glory, weren't there?
It's all happened in these last 2 years. Everyone seems to have given up trying. Why don't you ring the council, Hancock? Give it one last go.
Yes, hello. Is that East Cheam Council? Could I speak to your antisocial behaviour team? Yes, it's Mr. Hancock speaking. What do you mean you can confirm I've got an ASBO? No, my good man, you've got it the wrong way round. I'm ringing about all these yobs in railway cuttings who keep throwing biscuits at me. Yes, of course I throw them back. I don't care if they are 16. Ginger nuts hurt, you know.
Well, the council are doing something then.
Yes, Sid, but they're doing it at me. It's ridiculous. They want to give me an ASBO rather than that load of juvenile delinquents. It's not on. I've got a good mind to sort their parents out.
Well, you'll be sorting Alf Wilkinson out then, Hancock, because I think he's one of the parents.
Well, in that case, I'll send him a stiff letter then. He can feel the lash of my pen.
Here it is in the flaming paper, Hancock. Britain's most antisocial street. Yobs terrorise community by taking drugs and hurling biscuits at fat people. Railway cuttings in East Cheam has this week been voted the most antisocial street in the country. The world's gone mad.
Voted by who? Did anyone ask you to vote, Sid? No one asked me to vote. I'd have voted for Geranium Drive, East Cheam. The mayor lives there.
Well, it says down here that the Sun conducted an informal vote of young people minding their own business in railway cuttings today if they thought it was the most antisocial street in the country. And they voted unanimously yes.
That's ridiculous. Why ask the hoodlums, for God's sake? It's the residents they should be asking, not the yobs causing the problem.
Most people have left the cuttings, Hancock. There aren't many left to vote.
What about George Jackson and old Mrs. Williamson?
All gone, Hancock. George left yesterday. Didn't you see the funeral procession?
Poor old George. Took a biscuit, did he?
No, but I heard the hearse hit a pothole, and then the coffin slipped out, and George was brought back to consciousness before slipping away again.
How very distressing. Poor old George. We'll be next. Me old Tecker can't take much more of it.
What are we going to do, though? We can't just sit here, be picked off one by one. I'm not going without a fight, Hancock.
Wait a minute. Here's a letter in the post. It says, thinking about selling up. Want the best price for your house. We are buying property in your area. Cash on the nail.
You're not going to sell up, Hancock, are you? You're not going to give in.
I can't go on, Sid. There's only so many biscuits a man can take. I'm beginning to crumble. Golden Oak crumbles, to be precise. I'm going to get that company to come round and make me an offer I can't refuse.
Good evening. Mr. Hancock, isn't it? This used to be a nice little pied-à-terre. It's on the sea, though. The whole thing's going downhill. Did you read the Sun article yesterday? It's a slum. I want to redevelop the whole place. Smash it to smithereens with a wrecking ball. Yes, you've got to be cruel to be kind. It's an eyesore, boil on the face of East Cheam. 23 Skid Row, they should rename it.
So you like our little place then? No, let's not mess about. Let's cut to the quick. Hit the nail on the head. How much are you offering, Mr. Van Klemper?
Well, seeing the road is nigh impassable, except if you've got a tank. I wouldn't offer more than 150,000.
150,000? Hang on, don't be too hasty. I think we need to mess about a bit longer. That's not enough.
Go on, mister. It's got to be worth 400 grand at least.
No, not to me it isn't. It's a generous offer. Take it or leave it. I've already brought the houses either side of you. You don't want to be piggy in the middle now, do you?
I hope this piggy isn't a reference to me. You're not suggesting I'm fat as well, are you?
I wouldn't dream of it, Mr. Hancock. It's just the little piggy that went wee, all the way to find another home. My colleague here has a contract for you. You can fill it out. I've got a pen, don't worry. It's all legal, well above board. Other building companies are available. The contract can be cancelled any time in the first 24 minutes after signing. Can I have your signature, Mr. Hancock, please? Any old squiggle will do, and you'll get 150 big ones in your bank allowance. And you can leave with your head held high. We'll take the weight of number 23 railway cuttings off your shoulder, and you'll never have to look another biscuit in the eye again.
I would love to leave with me head held high, but it makes you more of a target. I usually choose duck and run.
Yes, well, you don't have to worry anymore. I told our fine young citizens not to throw any more biscuits at you.
Yeah, but they didn't listen to you, did they? They're wild and dangerous. No one can control them.
Of course they didn't listen to me. I don't live around here, do I? Why should they take any notice of little old me?
Hang on a minute. I'm wondering if somebody might be organising all this chucking things. I mean the little blighters with biscuits.
What nonsense. Of course Mr. Van Klemper doesn't know them. He associates with all the better people, the VIPs, the mayor, the town council and the chief superintendent. Prince Andrew. He's a better class of person, but still working class at heart.
It's probably the kids of all those VIPs that are flaming well doing it. Anyway, I'm not going to sign. I've invested half my life in Hancock Towers, and I'm not going to give it up that easily. Not for £150,000 anyway.
150,995, and that's my final offer. Take it or leave it.
Good day to you, sir. Tony Aloysius Hancock isn't ready to hand over the keys to his castle just yet. The home of the Hancocks remains intact. I will repel the barbarians at the gates and put up me portcullis and launch volleys of biscuits from me upstairs window at the invading hordes. Are you a Mr. Hancock? Nice day, isn't it? I am indeed, my good sir, and yes it is. You didn't see any ewes armed with biscuits heading this way, did you? No, I didn't, but that's what I've come to talk to you about, biscuits. I've come round to give you an ASBO for throwing them. I hope you don't mind. It's my job, you see. My ASBO? What for? I'm a law-abiding citizen. This is madness. I'm afraid you've been chucking your weight around, Mr. Hancock, and annoying the kiddies. One of them got a biscuit crumb in their eye. It could have blinded them. You're the one who's mad. That will be £100. No. You can't charge me £100 for defending myself. It was that lippy kid who got the crumb in his eye. It's his own fault. He should have taken it like a man instead of ducking. They've given me an ASBO, Sid. I'm the only one with an ASBO on Britain's most antisocial street. I'm a laughingstock. It's turning the world upside down. The criminals are the heroes and the good guys are the villains.
You're right, Hancock. They shouldn't have given you an ASBO for throwing biscuits. But I can think of a few other things they could have given you an ASBO for, like the day you...
Yes. We don't want to go over that sordid business again. Perhaps it's all my fault. Perhaps I deserve to have biscuits thrown at me. I have to move with the times, accept social decay and dystopian dysfunction as a natural part of today's weak social order. We're living in the past, you and me, Sid. The criminals have taken over.
I am a criminal, Hancock.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Oh, hello. I've only ever seen you showered in biscuits.
I know you. You're one of those yobs. I'll... Let me at him, Sid. No, hold me back. I don't know what I'm capable of.
Take a grip of yourself, Hancock.
I've already got an ASBO. What more can they do to me?
Oh, leave it out, mister. My son wants to put a proposition to you. He's a decent lad, but he's got mixed up with the wrong crowd.
What wrong crowd are you talking about? Give us some names and perhaps we can sort them out.
All right, I'll chuck a couple of names at you. Mr. Tony Hancock and a Mr. Sidney James.
What are you talking about, wrong crowd? That's us.
Yes, you are the wrong crowd. We was told you were wronged by some geezer in a suit. Said he was friends with the police superintendent and the mayor.
Well, that sounds like our Mr. Van Clammer, Sid.
But for some dosh, Mr. Hancock, we will leave you alone and tell Mr. Van Clammer to do one.
How much are you after, Sonny Jim?
Well, we thought about 50 grand should do it. I bought a couple of empty biscuit tins so we can put it in.
I don't believe it. Madam, how can you stand there and demand £50,000? Well, this flaming well takes the biscuit. I will not give you a penny.
Go on, Luke. We'll go round Mr. Van Clammer's place and load up with some more hobnobs.
Go on then. You do know we're not wet behind the ears, don't you?
Oh, you'll be wet behind the ears, all right. We'll dunk the biscuits in tea and splat. You ready to sign yet, Mr. Hancock? You don't want to hang around here being a target for the council and these young hooligans, do you? Move abroad. I hear Hong Kong is a nice, relaxing place to chill out in at the moment.
Game's up, Van Clammer. We know what you're up to. It's all over. You're trying to run down the neighbourhood so you can snap up our property cheap, so you can build some flaming flats and a car park for the railway station. We've seen it in writing.
And I've contacted a friend from the East Cheam Jaffa Cake Corporation, and they are going to buy up all the properties in railway cuttings and do them up, restore them to their old glory. You've failed, Van Clamper.
I'll take that as a no then. By the way, Jaffa cakes are cakes, not biscuits. Anyone want a digestive?